Today's video is going to be very interesting because I'm going to break down the MM2H SEZ Visa, what it actually means, what people are talking about it, and who it is suitable for. And after that, I'll address the top 5 questions I keep getting about forestcity, the ghost town that has been making headline not just regionally but globally, in my next video. So please subscribe and follow if you are interested with that. So if you are thinking about living, investing, or retiring in Johor, this video will give you the clarity you need, and so stay tuned till the end. So first, what is the exactly as the MM2H SEZ Visa? A lot of people misunderstand this part because they mix up jssez with the special financial zone, and they are not the same thing. The jssez, or Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone, is a huge initiative covering multiple districts and economic zones across Johor. It is broad, it is long-term, and it involves many sectors. But the visa I'm talking about today is the MM2H SEZ Top Visa, linked specifically to the Johor Special Financial Zone, which is currently centered around forestcity. So this visa is meant for the whole jssez. It is targeted at the SFZ zone or area, basically forestcity and its surrounding designated economic precinct. This is why the visa structure is expected to be more streamlined and more targeted than the standard MM2H visa. It is really designed for Singapore-based professional who wants cheaper, bigger living space, or digital nomad who wants a quiet resort-type environment, entrepreneurs planning to participate in the SFZ environment or development, or people who just want to live near to Singapore but at a lower living cost. So just to be clear, this is not the usual nationwide MM2H. It is a more focused version built around the special financial zone ecosystem, which is currently centered around forestcity. Now, why are people so excited about the SEZ Top MM2H Visa, especially when you compare it to the regular MM2H options? If you look at the standard MM2H Visa, you get various tiers, each with quite significant financial requirement. For example, we start from the top platinum. It requires 1 million USD fixed deposits, and you need to purchase a property with the price of above 2 million ringgit Malaysia. And next we have the gold tier, where the requirement is a 500,000 USD dollars in fixed deposit and 1 million of property purchase in ringgit. And one of the lowest is the silver tier, but still with 150,000 of USD of fixed deposit requirement with property value of 600,000. These are the normal MM2H requirement under the general visa. But by contrast, the so-called SFZ SEZ Top Visa linked to forestcity, it is at a much lower upfront cost, fixed deposit at 65,000 for applicant under 50 years old. For applicant over 50 years old, it is as low as 32,000 fixed deposit, and there is no limit on the property purchase that qualify for this visa, often with much lower threshold than the foreign ownership threshold as well elsewhere in Malaysia, as low as 500,000. So when you combine the relatively low fixed deposit requirement and more modest property purchase threshold as compared to other part of Malaysia, the total initial outlay is substantially lower, and in real money terms, it makes the SEZ Visa, far more accessible, especially for people who wants to tap into Malaysia or Johor lifestyle without committing million ringgit upfront as many regular MM2H visa holders need to. But there is a catch. Actually, let me share the main catch very clearly so nobody misunderstands. To qualify for this SEZ type visa, you are expected to buy a property directly from a developer inside the designated special financial zone. And today, that special financial zone is centered in Forest City. And just so everyone is clear, Forest City only has one master developer, which is Country Garden Pacific View, a joint venture between Country Garden Group and the Johor State investment arm. So you are essentially buying from a single JV developer within that designated zone. There's also typically a holding period where you cannot sell the property for 10 years. This to prevent people from flipping units just to get the visa. So you must genuinely intend to reside or participate in the SFZ. Now I know that many people are thinking, we have all seen the viral headline calling it a ghost town. Many YouTubers got hundreds of thousands of views by portraying it as some apocalyptic abandoned place, but that doesn't really reflect the actual condition of the area I've personally seen. It is not abandoned. It is well maintained, and I'll address this properly in the top 5 forest city question in my next or future video, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. Next, the SEZ visa is Johor focused currently. It is not Malaysia-wide. If you want to live in Penang, KL, Sabah, then the normal MM2H or Sarawak, Sabah MM2H might be a better option for you. And finally, this visa does not allow you to bypass Johor foreign property rule. Foreign price threshold, levies, and state requirements still apply. So that's the honest part. There are benefits, but there are also obligations, and it is important to understand both. So who should even consider the SEZ visa? Number one, you are someone who genuinely like Malaysia. You like the weather, you enjoy Malaysia, and you want to retire or semi-retire here, but you don't want to commit a huge amount of money upfront. In that case, the SEZ visa could be the right option for you because right now it is shaping out to be one of the most affordable MM2H top pathway available in Malaysia. Number two, you're Singaporean, whether you're still working or already retired and you want a place where you can stretch your dollars and live much more comfortably with close proximity to Singapore. Forest City is only about 15 to 20 minute drive to Singapore, while it was second link, and the environment is much more quieter and peaceful. Some people say it is too quiet, but that is exactly why some have chosen it. They prefer calm resort living instead of the hustle and bustle of the city life. Number three, you're an entrepreneur, remote worker, or digital nomad. Forest City being designated as a special financial zone means it is actively trying to attract innovation, talent, and new business ecosystem with generous incentives with as low as 0% income tax rate, corporate tax rate, for if fulfills certain conditions. Already see signs of that happening. A notable example is the network school founded by Balaji Srinivasan, the former CTO of Coinbase and author of the network state. They choose Forest City as one of their bases because of the environment, affordability, and proximity to Singapore. So now, to be clear, this doesn't mean network school members are using the SEZ Visa. Digital nomad usually use auto visa or standard long stay visa, but their present tell us something important. Forest City is starting to attract a new wave of entrepreneurs, remote workers, and builders who want a flexible lifestyle, lower living costs, and access or without paying Singapore prices. So now, honest, from my point of view, you may notice that I didn't list property investor as the main target audience, and that is intentional. If you have been following my video, I've always been consistent. For pure property investment play, I'm personally more bullish on areas within walking distance to the RTS or JBCIQ. The demand drivers are stronger, the rental market is clearer, and the appreciation timeline is more predictable. Forest City as an investment class, property investment class, will require a longer gestation period for all the initiatives to fully take shape. But, and this is just a genuine but niche landed properties in Forest City like the Golf Villa are quite unique. They offer a lifestyle you simply cannot get elsewhere at their price point, surrounded with the golf ecosystem. And if you are a golf lover, you are literally surrounded by one of the top regional golf courses in Asia, with as low as 1 million plus ringgit Malaysia to secure a unit. Availability for those units is getting limited, so if you are exploring that specific segment, you can always reach out to me and I'll share more details with you. And that's wrap up today's video. I hope this helped debunk some of the myth around the MM2H SEZ Visa, as well as the common misconception about Forest City. There's a lot more to cover for Forest City as a options for MM2H. I'll share more deeper insight on my future video, so stay tuned for that. But as always, like every visa or every property, there are always merits and demerits, just like how I always tell my clients, there's no such thing as a perfect property. A super luxurious sky villa with castle-like finishes will be with castle-like price tag. A cheaper, more affordable home might be slightly further away with questionable quality. So, but there will always be a property that is perfect for you, and my job is always to help to bring that clarity, to help you figure out what you truly want, what is most suitable for your lifestyle and goal, so you can make your move with confidence. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow for more Johor Property Insight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.